I don't have like I'm very big on data and statistics. Listen, I don't know the as far as like what percentage of black women are going to get therapy and what percentage of black men are going to get therapy. I don't know any of that, Kaylin, but what I can tell you, Kaylin, from my observation in real life, not what people are doing to like get work on themselves behind the scenes, we still have black men on social on public platforms bashing black women every day, and we still have black women on public platforms bashing black men every day. So like I agree with you that both sides need to go and get help and do this, this popular word right now, healing. But like I said, I still, in this is not my opinion. It is a fact that both people, both genders are bashing each other on a daily basis every day on public platforms. So if black women are, getting more help, like you're saying, I can't tell. That's all I got to say. Go ahead, Mel.
The
Noble,
word is
can I say
reconciliation.
one thing before she speaks? Because because Noble, you know how long it's going to be.
Yeah. Mel, wait a second.
I gotta say this and get this out. So quickly. First off, I do agree. Men, we lack a lot of men. I'm not going to say all, but a lot of men are lacking
Ty,
emotional intelligence.
1 second.
Right, we are lacking that.
Ty, 1 second.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I have respectful, constructive conversations in here. I don't do the whole disrespect and negativity thing. So I just want to let you guys know I have been muting and blocking people, and I'm going to continue muting and blocking people. I'm seeing everything that's going on in the chat right now. So if you say something crazy, you are going to be blocked and you are going to be muted. I don't take disrespect from nobody. I don't care about you being black. I'm not going to respect you just because you're a black man or a black woman. Go ahead, Ty. Sorry. Let me block this loser.
Nice, man. Solid. Yeah, as I said, going back to what I said, I stand on it. I do feel like a lot of men do lack the emotional intelligence and like to have conversations and really even be empathetic in a lot of cases. And in the counteract to that, because people probably not gonna like this too, women throw logic completely out the door whenever emotions and something specific that's maybe traumatic to them is involved. You know what I mean? It's like they throw it. If men are speaking logic in when it comes to certain situations, and they're not being understood, women are not being understood on an emotional level, they'll throw that logic completely out. Like F it, like it's not validated. So as I said, for us to at least be able to get to one spot and for them to be able to understand us and take our logic and stuff like that, we have to be emotionally intelligent and listen to them. And as I said, I do feel it is times that we can listen to women. It's times we listen to men. We need to listen to each other 1,000%. That's all I wanted to add, brother.
Go ahead, Mel.
The word in terms of womanism is based on the reconciliation of the black man and the black woman, and in whatever way that is. So that includes trans men and trans women. It's inclusive. It's an inclusive anyway. But I just wanted to correct myself there. The thing that I wanted to say in response to Ty, when he was saying earlier about he wished that progressive women would explain what they mean by disrupting the nuclear family the way that I explained it, is one, I don't think black women need to explain shit. I don't think black people need to explain shit. That's first of all. And the reason being is that I don't think it's about emotional intelligence when we're speaking and you're misunderstanding us. What I think it is that generally speaking, the men who are attacking a lot of these concepts do not even know what these concepts are. So it's not emotional intelligence at all. It's actually just intelligence in general and the lack of it in terms of the lack of knowledge about some of these concepts. So that's not again.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect.
No, this is correct, because literally the language says to disrupt the heteronormative nuclear family. And if you were to look up all of those concepts, you would realize that that does not mean break up the Black family. If you looked up each concept, if you looked up heteronormative, if you looked up nuclear family, because even today, Ty, you still think that family and nuclear family is the same thing, and it's not. Nuclear family is a specific term, and it is specific to the family structure that came about in the United States post-industrialization, and it perpetuates individualism. It is the opposite of collectivism and tribalism and community, actually. It is what perpetuates the American dream, and Black people are always trying to fight for the American dream. And the American dream is not for Black people, because the American dream is individualistic, because individualism is what helps put capitalism at the forefront of economic systems. And if you have the range, if you have the knowledge about these concepts, then you would understand how the nuclear family perpetuates individualism, because it was specifically set up so that capitalism can thrive. And then when you realize that, you realize that women having to go out and get their own jobs and provide for themselves and put their career first is an effect of the perpetuation of the nuclear family, because the nuclear family structure is not something that can build community over time. And again, I'm not talking out my ass. If any of you were to take any gender studies, any civil studies, any of these classes, or just pick up a few books, then you would understand these concepts, and you would understand when we're arguing against them, we're not talking out our ass, because you guys have been conditioned to think,
and Melanie,
because this is normal. I'm not done yet. I'll let everybody speak. I'm not done yet. So again, what I am asking all men, the men in the chat, you Ty, and you Noble, is that before you try to say that women are just making things up about toxic masculinity, I always want to throw toxic masculinity and the patriarchy and white supremacy and ableism and fat phobia and homophobia in our faces. Look up what those terms mean. Because women, Black women, feminists do not hate Black men. They hate Black men that perpetuate toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is not masculinity. And a lot of the reasons why Black women are becoming more independent is because we no longer need men in a financial sense to survive, because of the perpetuation of individualism in this country, but also because a lot of marriages, a lot of our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts told us to make sure that we can be independent, because they themselves were unhappy in their marriages, because their marriages were toxic, but they needed to be in the marriage because they could not survive on their own. And this is in effect, this strong, independent Black woman that you think doesn't need a man, when we talk about need a man, we're specifically talking about financially, is perpetuated by all of these things. And that's why all of these things are relevant to the conversation. I'm done.
Yo, Noble.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, man, I'll be telling you about these people that be having these long-winded brother. I can literally go to sleep and wake up and I can't even answer any of the questions, because one question is asked, one question asked. It's like it drives you down a yellow brick road of nothing. Like, I can't even answer any of these questions, because it's questions after question after question after question after question after question after question. But hey, as I said, it's not here or there. All right, so let's go back to what I wanted to mention, especially when she mentioned about picking up a book. Ladies and gentlemen, how often do people pick up books? How often do people pick up books and want to learn about these patriarchy and all this other nonsense? How often are these people going to look these stuff up? Not very often. There are people that do. Come on. But realistically, a lot of people in this world don't pick up books and read. So instead of if they're not reading the
So
books
they
and they're not
shouldn't.
picking these stuff
Because
up,
they
right?
don't
And
do it, they
as I
just
mentioned
shouldn't.
before, I'm not
He
done. I'm not
didn't
done,
say that.
Melanie. I'm
Don't
not
do that.
done.
He
I
didn't say.
didn't. Nope.
Don't do. He didn't say that.
Yep. So good brother, as I say, good brother. That's the issue here. Me saying that it should be okay to teach somebody, right, is a big issue. If this person doesn't have access to a computer, or if he doesn't have access to the book, or certain levels of education, or certain level of education, right? If they don't have access to it, why can't they receive some information or positive information from a friend? Why not? What is the problem? Why can't we tell, instead of saying, okay, why don't you read the book, or look at it this way, or go find it? You are putting it in their hands. You're putting it in their hands to look up this information. And you understand people are lazy, so it doesn't matter how much you slap your little that BlackBerry phone that you have. It does not matter, right? At the end of the day, we are better in speaking to each other, especially when it comes to women. You guys are really good at relaying message and circulating message messages and culture and stuff like that, which is really good. So, like I said, we can't move past the fact that if you could teach people in their own way, and people are more receptive in many cases to listen to others instead of just pick up a book or to look up research that could possibly be wrong. That's all.
Well, I'm gonna also add this in, Ty, because sometimes people be wrong and biased. So it's kind of like you can still get the same effect. Like you can
True.
read bullshit that's wrong, but we also because when you said that, it's like just even based off what I'm seeing in the comment section, me personally, if from some of the comments I've seen, if anybody tried to educate somebody else, I would think it's straight bullshit that they feeding to somebody else, and somebody may think the same thing but I'm saying and how I feel. So it's like I do. That's why don't get me wrong, I do understand there are some books and resources and stuff that are wrong and that are misinformed, but I feel like you have to vet what you will take and won't take in and make sure you do the proper research. But I'm gonna be honest, I have a hard time listening to some people because you just ooh, but that's all.
And Kaylin, I 100% agree with you. I'm someone that if I'm not educated on something, I'm not going to speak on it in the first place. And like you said, Kaylin, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I don't care where they say they got the source from. As a person, like Ty said, you need to do your own research. I was talking to Melanie the other day, and she was telling me stuff, and I was like, first of all, I don't know anything about what you're telling me, so I'm taking it with a grain of salt, and I don't know anything about it to start off with. So like people need to do their own research, and you need to go verify your own source. I'm not about to listen to anybody tell me anything because they said they got it from wherever that they got it from and whatever source, or they
Yo,
studied
y'all gotta
whatever.
respect. Y'all gotta respect people in the box. Y'all gotta respect people in the box. Respect Noble's live. Y'all suckers need to be much
Ty,
better. Like,
Ty,
come
Ty, Ty,
on.
you
Like,
are hold on,
y'all
Ty,
don't.
Ty, Ty, you are a moderator. June, you are a moderator. You are not just muting people, okay? You block and then you mute. I do not tolerate disrespect from nobody. I don't like anybody that much to let anybody disrespect me, okay? I don't care about y'all that much. I don't care about y'all at all. So, Kat, matter of fact, Kat, I'm gonna make you a moderator for this live, okay? You block and you mute. You do not just mute. You block and then you mute. I'm sorry, but yeah, Kaylin, I'm sorry, Kaylin, I agree with you. Yeah, like I said, I was talking to Mel the other day. I was like, I don't even know what you're telling me. And because I don't know what you're telling me, I'm just gonna take it with a grain of salt. Like, if someone wants to know about something, they need to go do their own research and make sure they are looking at credible sources that where they're getting their information from. Because me personally, I don't speak on stuff that I'm not educated about. That's why the whole nuclear family situation conversation, I don't speak on it because I don't know anything about that stuff. Like,
That's
you know what I mean? So I agree with you 100% on that.
yeah, because I've been hearing terms,
Yeah,
people.
the reason why I said that, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I said respect everybody in the box is because I also saw people disrespecting the women and of course Noble as well. That's the reason why I said that. I don't give a damn what y'all say about me. Y'all don't y'all don't change. Y'all don't pay my bills or nothing like that.
Right.
So literally, it's irrelevant. If you want to waste your time and energy in typing a message, then go right ahead. But
Right.
you're gonna respect Noble on his live and the ladies that are on the panel. Thank you.
Mel, you got something you want to say, Mel?
No one owes anyone intellectual labor. People literally get paid to educate. If you do not know something, you should just look it up. And yes, Google is free. Access to a computer is no longer an excuse because literally everyone, except for maybe the homeless, have an access to a computer. It's literally in the palm of their hands. It's the way that we are on this live today. When people say Google it, we're not talking about Wikipedia. Google is literally an electronic library. You can go on Google, you can look up academic resources. There are even free books on Google. There is a Google just for scholarly articles called Google Scholar. But if you're not actually doing your due diligence, you wouldn't know any of these things because you just want to continue to confirm your own bias and continue to confirm your own conditioned way of thinking. This is the issue that I have with a lot of the men that come up on these lives and again don't have the range nor the knowledge and are just ignorant in a lot of things that they're saying. And they want to argue with me or other women who are very much informed about all of these topics because they have done that type of research. That is all I have to say about that.